Alright, so the last few Snare Saturday videos were really focusing on metal drums. And throughout the whole Snare Saturday series, the majority of the drums were either metal, steam bent solid, and then one that was made out of ply construction. So with this Snare Saturday, let's do something a little bit different by showcasing a wood drum that is stave construction. What's going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video I will be showing you a Sugar Percussion 7x14 Meranti stave snare drum. Pretty sure it's Meranti. That could be my Philly accent. Maybe it's Meranti. Either way, it's a form of mahogany wood. Now before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. So if you are unfamiliar with Sugar Percussion, Jefferson and his crew at Sugar make boutique drums, and they specialize in stave. Now with stave construction, drums are usually pretty direct compared to plywood or steam bent solid. So when Sugar Percussion had one of their Friday releases on Instagram and said that they were releasing two 7x14 Meranti stave snare drums, and seeing that they were double-lugged, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. Now before we dive into the specs of the drum, let's do something a little bit different and do an unboxing. But I gotta be completely transparent with all of you. When the drum arrived, I opened it to inspect to make sure it didn't get damaged during shipment. If you follow Sugar Percussion on Instagram, then you may have seen some of the horror stories. But once I saw that the drum was completely intact, there was no damage to it whatsoever, I just put it all back in the box, just not nearly as neat as it was when it arrived. So let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing. All right, so what I got here is the box. Like I said, I already opened this when it arrived. Make sure it wasn't damaged. And one thing I like about Sugar is their attention to detail, but also making it simple. And it carries over into their shipping as well. All they did is they just put their Sugar round S logo on the corner there while it was shipped. They also reinforced the inside of the box with additional cardboard, just in case if the drum took a tumble. And it is bubble wrapped beyond belief, as you can see here. They also gave some pretty cool stuff, like a Sugar patch, some Skittles, as well as a card with a dog on it. You may have seen this on their website as well, and the whole team on the other side. So let's go ahead and try and get this drum out. Close. There we go. That's better. And there we go. Turn that drum a little bit so you can see the logo, the bottom. Just taking a look at the bearing edge here, it's looking like they do some kind of a round over bearing edge, but it's not something like a double 45 or a 45 with a round over on the outside. But if somebody from Sugar Percussion is watching this video, or somebody who might just know Sugar Percussion and what they're cutting into their bearing edges, feel free to put that in the comment section for everybody to see. So now that the drum has been unboxed, that's pretty much it, right? So let's do some close-up shots and I will go over the specs of the drum. So like I said, Meranti or Meranti, again, Philly accent here, it's a type of mahogany wood. And we all know that mahogany is one of those popular species of woods, especially because of the use of mahogany in vintage drums. Mahogany gives you just a warmer sound compared to birch or maple. So seeing it in a stave construction, I'm really interested in hearing what it's going to sound like. So let's dive into the specs of this drum. Like I said, it is a 7x14 Meranti stave shell. That is depth by diameter. The drum is outfitted with Sugar's round lugs. Once again, double lugged, so you have a set of lugs on the top and the bottom. There are 8 lugs on the top and the bottom, so 16 in total. And that's pretty odd for Sugar Percussion because the majority of the time, they do just one lug that's double-sided, and it's right in the middle of the drum. It is outfitted with Sugar Percussion's black badge instead of the standard red badge. And like all Sugar Percussion snare drums, it has a trick 3-position throw-off with Sugar Percussion engraved on it. Now this drum comes from the Sugar factory with a set of Remo heads on it. It has a Remo Emperor coated on the top and an Ambassador snare side on the bottom. Finally, the drum is outfitted with a set of Pure Sound snare wires. So just like every other Snare Saturday series, I'm gonna put this drum through a few different tunings so you can hear the broad tuning range. That also ups the probability of me hopefully tuning it in a way that you prefer. So enough of me talking, let's dive into playing. And there you have it, a Sugar Percussion 7x14 Meranti, or Meranti, stave snare drum. Now, I would love to get your opinion and feedback on what you thought of this drum, so make sure that you leave it in the comment section below, letting me know. Also, if you have any other questions on the drum, or maybe how the construction of a drum shell can affect its sound, feel free to leave that in the comment section as well, and I'll try my best to answer it. And if you have any other additional questions on the gear that I am playing, to answer some of those popular questions, the kit I am playing on is a Ludwig 1/10th Anniversary Legacy Mahogany kit. This is in the charcoal diamond inlay finish, where only 40 of the kits were ever made. And the ride cymbal that I am playing on is a Zildjian Concept Shop 24-inch classic orchestral ride. But if you have any other questions on the gear, you can also leave that in the comment section and I'll answer it for you. Finally, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some of the earlier videos from the Snare Saturday series, I've put a link to the playlist in the description below. And to make it a bit easier, I'll have it pop up right here. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That way it makes it a little bit easier for others to find it. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on the Sugar Percussion 7x14 Meranti stave snare drum. And until next time, see you later.